Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of our Inspiring Conversation series with myself, Bindhu Unny. I am an executive coach, facilitator, and marketeer. I help people create impact in their worlds by dipping into and expanding their inner potential. The idea behind the Inspiring Conversations is just to inspire you, to give you another perspective as we all go through surviving, sometimes thriving, sometimes just barely managing through the day. We're all facing a very unique situation in our lives. But this pandemic has shown us how interconnected we are globally. And today we have a very special guest, Cindy Van de Kreke. She's an executive coach, faculty of the Coaches Training Institute, and her special interest is in helping people in their path of personal and professional work. Cindy loves to empower them in relationships. She's a parent herself with a young adult and a teenager. She applies tiger training philosophy in her trainings and in her lives. And that's something I'm so curious about, Cindy.
Thank you for the introduction. It's lovely to be here. The Tiger Training philosophy is really about everybody is a good human being and everybody has the right intention in relationship. And therefore trust and helping one another to get it right is very important.
It's very important. Got it. And today, in today's scenario and situations, we all face so many moments at home that it doesn't feel that way. It's like, no, it's not. That person, that my child is irritating me, or that behavior is frustrating, or I'm not getting everything done. Those kind of things do come on a daily basis, especially when all of us are just together all the time.
We're really in a confined space with one another. And in that space, we can work on each other's nerves, don't we? We can brush against one another.
Yes.
And sort of start to not trust the other person and his or her intentions. Yeah.
And because we're seeing more of each other, usually we're all in our own spaces, and now we're all under the same physical space. We're actually even getting to know more of each other more than ever before. So one thing I want to speak to you about is about these behaviors. So a lot of things that are getting amplified now in our lives, right? And especially, let's talk about behaviors that are labeled not so good. So, that behavior is irritating me or frustrating me. So what are your thoughts about really about a behavior defining the person or the child or the parent?
Right. So you're talking about behavior, and you're starting to also point to, in my opinion, what I'm getting is labeling a child or a parent as maybe bossy or maybe crazy or maybe annoying, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. I have a little tool that I would like to share with you. And I just want you to pay attention to the behavior, whether you recognize that behavior, what the impact is of that behavior on you, how that feels and what you start to think. And then also look at the color of the hat that I'm wearing, because it's easy to then have a discussion about those behaviors and use it as a tool at home.
Okay.
And if we have time, I might even invite you to also step into the energy of the different behaviors.
Okay.
So let me start with the first one.
Would you like to pick up a situation, or do we keep it generic?
Oh, that would be wonderful. Yes, thank you.
When I speak to a lot of friends, they talk about facing distance learning right now, and the fact that the child doesn't take their own responsibility and complete their work, and constantly comes to the parent doesn't have time, and the whole thing is very frustrating and very conflicting. So, and it's an everyday conversation with parents with younger children or even older, But yes,
Yeah.
does that make sense? Shall we just kind of play with that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm playing the child here.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've got the fun thing.
Yeah. I'm still a child. I have a little child in me, and I try to nurture it every day. So this is my moment.
Okay.
Okay. So homework is boring. I don't want to do this. And you don't even have time to actually help me getting it right. So what's the point? I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm off. So that was one. No, that's too much work. The teacher hasn't even explained it right, you know. No, there's so much more things to do. Let's run on the staircase. Let's do some push-ups. And you don't even know how it works. So how am I gonna learn this, you know? And you know what? You're not doing your work either. I see you just chatting with your friends, and I see you reading a book. So what's the point? Why should I do this? You're not doing it. This is so hard. I need your help. No, don't leave. I need your help. Otherwise, I can't get it right. And the second version of this is this. I can't do this. This is too hard. I never get it. Last version. I don't really like to do this. And I guess we need to do this. You know what? I don't want to do it now because my head hurts. Can we do it at a later time? And how much time do we need to work together? Can we split it up a little bit so I can play a bit in between? I would like that. Let's get it done.
Wow.
What did you notice?
I noticed that I have a different, it lands so differently as a parent in every situation that you mentioned. Actually, I could feel the impact it was having on me and the reaction it triggered from my end. Like we at
Mm.
the end, the white hat kind of triggered the, okay, we can do this. It's tough. And found it very balanced. So I'm going to start what kind of really, what resonated. I was like, wow, empowered. And there was a balance. And there was like, okay, an acceptance that it's hard and we can still tackle it together.
Yes, that's it, right? It's about trust that, you know, I can express myself. There's room for self-awareness and for expressing to you, but also the belief, you know, we can get there together. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's indeed the white hat.
Right.
What did it trigger in you when you feel that somebody brings this in the relationship with you? What
I
did you notice in yourself?
I felt that we were in this together. So the way
Great.
it comes is empowerment. Like it's balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
And I guess what I'm hearing you say, my intuition tells me this is your preferred one.
Oh yes, oh yes. Did you see the bright smile when this came? Like yay!
Yeah. What was the behavior of this one to you? What did you notice? It was the first one.
This was the first one. It was I remember feeling like a wall. It was like a phew. there was a wall between you and me.
Yeah, it's a little bit like, I haven't invented COVID-19. I haven't invented that we need to do homeschooling. Uh, and it's about wanting to take control, to have a bit of control,
Yeah.
but expressing it in a way that comes across as bossy or rude or distant.
Distant, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Distant was the wall that immediately came in front of me. It was like, oh, like just,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And sometimes really bad words come out, or what we consider bad words for this one as well, or slamming doors, or getting annoyed at siblings. Yeah,
Right, right.
and really
That's
becoming physically tough or verbally a bit abusive. And
got it.
it's about wanting to be in control. That's the good intention about it, having some control. Yeah.
Got it. So the intention is having control, and the behavior that we see is slamming doors, shouting, bad words coming out.
Yeah, when you speak about the first one was balanced in terms of power, this is what the person is doing in that moment
Yeah.
because it feels out of balance,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
and wants to get some of that control or some of that power back.
Mm.
Yeah,
Got it. Got it.
but yeah, often we don't look behind it. What's the intention? What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to address this. It seems uh, that you're upset. Is that the case? What are you upset about? Yeah, curiosity.
Mm.
What about this one?
This was when you put it on. I'll get it. Oh, this was initially I liked it, and then it came to, what you think I'm doing not important things, come on. So initially it was like, oh, okay, and then I was like, no, 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 we're going nowhere with this. So that's kind of hit me
Exactly.
suddenly.
Yeah. And what you're pointing at is what is something that some kids who show a lot of this behavior don't initially get because they are wanting to have more fun, yeah, and they love it when people smile at them because they want love
Yes.
and they want fun and they want to be noticed. And suddenly that smile of other people disappears and they wonder, where did it go? I wanted to have a bit more fun. I wanted to have a bit more connection with you. And you were smiling at first. So that gave me the indication that you liked it. Yeah.
Yes.
And now you no longer like it. What's
Mm.
up? I don't get it.
Yeah.
In combination with a little bit like, um, why should I try and give this a go when I don't see you do it either? So the intention is really initially good. Bring joy, bring light, bring fun, bring humor. Yeah.
Yes.
However, it needs some information that, when it's no longer funny, when it starts to become really annoying, when it starts to become too much.
Yeah. Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Mm. Yes. These are the times where the child comes and says, no, I want to play and I want to have fun and this is not fun. And then initially, yes, you kind of ride the wave, but then later you realize, oh my gosh, you're not getting anywhere with this. And I suddenly switch off and I'm like, no, come on, we need to get things done. Yeah, that's how
Yeah. So what I'm hearing you say is initially you laugh, yeah, because it's funny. But then, you start to show this kind of response. We're not getting anywhere.
move it.
Let's make some agreements.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, and that's the thing. The different behaviors invite similar behavior or something which gives more control.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, got it.
yeah. What did this do to you?
This one was initially sympathy, and I was like, oh, you poor thing, let me help you. All of that kind of came up. And then I was like, come on, pick yourself up. Yes, I'm telling you
So
exactly what
you felt like, okay, let me. Yeah. It's interesting how different behaviors impact us differently, right?
Yes, yes, totally. And it's about, for me now, the realization is recognizing those behaviors, because all of that is there in our children and in us. So
Absolutely.
as parents, if I'm like, I play the victim and say, oh my gosh, I can't get anything done because everybody's everywhere and things are not happening the way I want, and I kind of go into victim mode. So I can already see that it's just different impacts. I might not be a victim every time, but then I just suddenly get into that. And I could also be the bully saying, come on, let's get everything done, and kind of just really go and bulldoze everyone over. So we all as parents also can wear and trigger the impact on the child.
Absolutely. I love what you're getting. It's really about, yeah, action, reaction. Certain behavior triggers a certain behavior. And
Yes.
once you become aware of the different ones and what the impact is, you can say, okay, let's wait a moment. And what could be uh, a better way of um, first of all, making the impact known, yeah, and that's about expressing yourself. So I said, oh, I just feel very triggered all of a sudden, like we need to get to do something, like you did before,
Yeah.
and then add the word and invite the child to think about what could be different to co-create that decision together. But first, there needs to be that common awareness of, okay, um, certain behavior has a certain impact on my mom. And what is really the impact that I want to have?
Yes. And I think more for us as parents, because we can role model that. So really role modeling that,
Exactly.
one, recognizing our behavior and
Yeah.
then the impact. And third is to kind of get to that white where there was a seeming balance and both feel
Yes.
empowered.
Yeah.
Wow. I really like how simple you made it, broke it down into colors and really differentiated behavior from the impact and not the person is actually. So it's like
Yeah.
completely bringing it all out. So nice. I really like it. And I'm really going to take these things up with first implement it for myself, recognize in the situations, and bring it in our conversation at home.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, I could see you play with it. I
Yes,
could
yes.
see the wheels already turning.
I'm definitely going to play with it. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Cindy. That was an amazingly interesting conversation, as usual.
Thank you.
Where
Thank
can
you.
people find you, Cindy, when they want more information about this? And I'm sure there's a lot more.
Yeah, they can get in touch with me through Cindy Van de Kreke live.com at live.com. Cindy Van de Kreke, one word, is also my LinkedIn address, my Instagram, and my Facebook.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, I offer these things either as family sessions or um, groups of families together, different ways in order to empower families and bring the playfulness and the trust back. Yeah, because
Great.
it's about helping each other getting it right. And
Yes.
there's something beautiful when parents start to play these behaviors and explain them to kids and play with it together. So I hope you're going to do this at home.
I definitely am. Thank you so much, Cindy.
My pleasure. Keep
That's it for now. Until we meet next time, keep being inspired. Thank you.